you guys, I am going to show you today how I like to do my brows. So I have some eye makeup on, I have my iPods on, I have mascara, I have, kind of makeup on, but I don't have my brows, which is, I have, when I was younger, I tweezed my brows. It's very much against my mom's will, and she told me, don't do it, don't do it. It's the one thing that gets taken from you and you will want them back one day, trust me. And of course I did it. And the older I got, they kind of just got really sparse. Okay, so I like this Boy pencil by Chanel, and I like this Tom Ford pencil that has a finer tip, so I kind of can combine the both. And the Chanel pencil is black and the Tom Ford is espresso. And so I start by brushing up the brows, and then you'll see I brush them up and then I brush them down a little bit. That's a trick I learned from my friend Linda Evangelista, actually. Okay, so, you really ideally where you want your eyebrow to start is if you go from the point of your, in this case, my right nostril, and you hold your pencil straight up, that's where you want your brow to start, okay? So I'm gonna have to just tweak it and look a little bit in the mirror because I wanna do it nicely. It's hard in the phone. I'm gonna do as much as I can in the phone, and then I might fix it, in the mirror. Okay, so this area I'm filling in very softly with the Chanel Boy pencil. And then I'm going to make it a little bit, add some thickness under this arch. I hope that my girls never touch their brows. So see, this is where I want it to be. Now I have to fill that in. So it's kind of filling in, and you want it to kind of look, like natural hair as much as possible. Then I'll brush through, then I'll go in with my finer tip Tom Ford. And it's nice to have a few different shades. So this is a little bit lighter than the Chanel one. So I'm kind of just like creating these little bitty looking hairs. And then, when we get to the outer edges of our brows, it's a little bit tricky because they, obviously it's an awkward angle. So you're kind of, having to have peripheral vision. You almost need your eye to be over there to be able to see really well on yourself. But this goes down a little bit too much to me. So I like to look at the shape and make it a little bit longer and a little bit thicker. But I don't want it to be pointy, and I don't want it to be super obvious that, I don't want it to be noticeable really that I have, eyebrow pencil. And of course, you may have stubborn hairs that can use some eyebrow gel to keep them in place, especially the outer corners. When your hair kind of falls into your outer corners, they can fall down and separate themselves from the, the extension that you've created. So really take your time though, especially with your brows, because the brows frame your face. I mean, look at what a difference this makes to this, and how I think it's so much better for my eye shape. Going to do the same thing on the other side, going straight up for my pencil. So this side is of course a little bit more sparse, so, and it's pointier, so I don't want it to feel pointy. I want it to feel, like it's a little bit more, there's more thickness. See, because this side is thicker. All brows are asymmetrical. But now you can really see this giant arch here and how it makes my eye look more sleepy. I'm gonna make brow products, don't you guys worry. It just takes a long time. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of just fill in this area below that arch. It's funny, your face changes, and at one point in your life, an arch might be really flattering and really great, and then it suddenly isn't. And then at one point, it looks better when they're longer and straighter. And then at one point, it looks better when they're a little bit rounder and thicker. So it's really interesting. You have to kind of assess what is happening with the shape of your face as you age. It's the same with placement of blush and things like that. You know, as your face changes, you may have to adapt. Okay, so here's this outer corner again. I'm going slightly above that. Now I'm switching to the Tom Ford thinner, slightly lighter shade. I always actually tend to tint my brows because I really like to frame my face, and then I feel like I don't need as much time doing my eyebrows because that's my thing. My brows, when I don't have my brows, I feel like, you know, very naked. Some people it's maybe mascara. Everybody has a different kind of thing, but my brows, and it's so funny, they used to be really thick and kind of how I'm making them now. And then I didn't listen to my mom. Always listen to your mama would be the message here. So going slightly above the outer edge of the brow, slightly higher and longer. Going a little bit lower here just to create this maximum symmetry between this side and this side. Okay, so that's my brows. Now I feel much more put together. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that this helped. Okay, be well, be safe, guys.